Hi guys, it's Kendra. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. For today's video, I am going to be going over some activities, fun ideas you could do with special needs kids or any kids in general. My neurotypical son also loves these activities, but the son that these are more targeted to, he is going on 9 years old and he does have low functioning or severe autism. He is still nonverbal and he needs a lot of interacting and engagement every day, or else he will get really bored and start to act out. That's what usually triggers him making messes, getting into stuff, or just going into a full-blown meltdown. So here are some ideas, and I hope that you find this helpful.
Where'd Riley go? Where'd Riley go? Where'd Riley go? Where'd Riley go? There he is. There he is.
Okay, so first off, a lot of children with autism and similar special needs need a lot of sensory input. And for my son, his number one sensory input activity that he enjoys more than anything else is water play. It is summer right now, so our number one water play activity is just a small inflatable pool. We don't have a huge backyard or anywhere to put a large pool, which he does enjoy, and he does love to swim. But we just have a simple $20 inflatable pool from Walmart. He absolutely loves it. I'll insert a clip of him here. That is one of the just easiest ways to engage in water play. He also really loves just the sprinkler, whether that be just spraying him with a water hose or an actual sprinkler. We also have a slip and slide with the sprinkler attached to that, and he really loves it because he's very visual and he really likes to go up and down, walking up and down the slip and slide area with the water coming in on him. He really loves that.
Yeah, Rara. It's fun. He likes the sprinkler.
Another water play activity that he loves that costs absolutely no money is playing in the rain. Every time it rains, as long as it's not coming a huge downpour or a storm, obviously. But my special needs son Riley, as well as my other two children, love going outside and playing in the rain.
Water! It's raining!
If it's cold where you are, or you can't go outside at the moment for whatever reason, a couple of indoor activities that Riley really enjoys is just simply playing in the bath or the shower. He could do that for hours if we let him. Bubbles? Bubbles. Another free and easy water play activity that he enjoys is just filling up a bowl or cup of water and letting him pour it back and forth from a couple of different containers. He really likes that. Sometimes I like to add in some food coloring or bubbles for a different visual, because like I said, he is very visual in his learning and in his play. And lastly, the thing that we have found that he really enjoys is we found a little, it's actually a toy. We found it in the toy aisle at Walmart, and it's just a battery operated sink, and you just insert the batteries and water actually continuously flows out the faucet. And for days that we can't go outside, or you know, obviously we don't want to be running our water as much as he would like, because that runs our bill up and stuff. But that is a way to get some water play in. He really likes putting a couple of little, like the little toy plastic cups and bowls in there and just pouring those. And he could play with that for hours if we let him. He loves it.
Fill up the cup. Good job.
Okay, moving on from water play to some more sensory activities that he likes. He also really enjoys playing with bubbles. We like to do that outside or in the bath mostly, and we'll just blow bubbles, and he likes to try to catch them or eat them.
Riley, you're doing better now.
He also really enjoys playing in the sand. We have a sandbox outside that he really enjoys, and we've always had a sandbox ever since he was toddler age. He is now almost 9 and still really enjoys playing in the sandbox. He likes to get in and just put the sand all over his legs and arms. And side note, we don't have one of these at our house, but last year we took him to our county fair, and they had a big pit of just like dried corn, and he would just dig himself under the corn, and he absolutely loved that. I really want to try to get him a corn bin for outside as well.
Good.
Uh-huh.
No, so good.
Another thing he really loves is climbing. He likes to get up as high as possible, and I'm not sure if that's like a visual thing or what, but he does really enjoy that.
Come here.
He also really gets a lot of sensory input from jumping, whether that be just on the ground, or we also have a trampoline outside that he loves to do that on, and he also likes to use our beds as a trampoline. Another sensory activity he loves is swinging, and we get the most action out of that outside on our swing set. Also really benefits from deep pressure and massages. So usually before bed we try to give him a deep tissue massage. He also has a weighted blanket that he sleeps with. Another kind of toy activity that he really likes, and I think it's because of the visual effect, is we have a ramp. You've probably seen them, or your kids probably have them, just like a ramp from Walmart that cars or balls can go down. He really likes putting the balls on top of the ramp and watching them twirl down.
Good job.
he really enjoys and does nearly every day, and we just discovered he really liked this about a year and a half ago, is helping with cooking. He likes to pour anything in the pots or pans. He can do mixing. He's starting to get more involved with, like, I'll let him help me cut, different things like that, but he is always in the kitchen and absolutely loves helping with that. So that's an easy way to help get your child involved and interested in cooking. I've found that since letting him cook, he's also been more willing to actually eat the food. He had a very, very restricted diet for almost all of his life, up until about a year and a half ago, when we did start letting him be more involved with the cooking process. It really has helped his appetite increase tremendously.
All right. Here you go. There you go. All right. Good job. You got it. All right.
And lastly, for my sensory section of this video is he really likes horse riding. And we just figured this out a few months ago, but our local organization here for autism has a horse riding event that they hold on the first Saturday of every month, and it's for special needs children and adults to come, and they actually supervise them riding horses, and they teach them to do activities while they're up on the horse, as well as different commands and how to just control the horse. And I was very skeptical about taking him, but he loves it, and we've been going to every event that they have, and I get super sad if we have to miss one or if it rains and it's canceled, because I just know how much he really enjoys it.
Get around. All right, I'm sorry. I just didn't want to go far.
Did you about knock that over?
Yeah, there you go.
Riley also has never really been interested in electronics. He won't really mess with like a phone or an iPad, and he doesn't really like watching TV very much. There's like a couple shows that might grab his attention for a few minutes, but overall he's not very interested. What he does like is books. He really likes being visual, as I've stated before, and we also found these really big giant books at our local thrift store a couple years ago for like $1 each, and he's got like 6 or 7 of those. He really likes the large ones because it's easy for him to look at, and we try to read those and go over those, you know, several times a week, and I like to kind of switch out which one I have out so he doesn't get bored with seeing the same one repeatedly. Okay, now moving on to some learning or motor activities that we like to do with him. An easy one is the Connect 4 game. He really likes putting the little pieces in the slots on the Connect 4 game, and that usually keeps him entertained for at least a few minutes until he gets bored of it. But that's a really great fine motor skill for children that lack in that area.
Put them in. Good job. Keep going. You're doing good. Good job. Good job. Look at that. Good job. Here, Mom and Dad.
Another thing that we do with him for fine motor is tracing, whether that be lines, shapes, actual letters or numbers. And it's not like his super favorite thing to do by any means, but we do have to do like hand over hand with him. And I try to squeeze that in at least once every day or two, because that's something that he really needs a lot of practice with. He doesn't like holding utensils and making marks very well, so we're trying to encourage that anytime we get.
Good. Good.
A fine motor skill that he does really enjoy is the shape sorter, putting shapes in the designated areas on the shape sorter, and he also really likes to do puzzles. We have so many puzzles that I've collected over the years, anything from like animals, transportation, up to like letters and numbers, and he really does enjoy puzzles, and he's actually getting very good at them.
A. 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 Where's T go? Good. T. Put your C in. Turn it. C. A. T.
Something else that he does like, depending on his mood, is stringing beads, and we use different textures for that. We have some really large beads that we put on like a rope. We also have the little tiny beads to make it more challenging that we usually do on like a pipe cleaner or some kind of like nylon or cotton string, and he's getting a lot better at that. He used to really struggle in that area, but we're really working on that, and he's gotten a lot better. He also really likes to put coins in a piggy bank. He got a new piggy bank for Christmas. We usually get him a new one every year, or actually his grandpa does. And he really likes putting different coins in the piggy bank. That's another good fine motor skill. And he also really likes, and he's getting a lot better at matching, whether that be like just matching colors, matching shapes, or make it a little more tricky and add in like matching the letters of his name or just different letters or numbers in general. And we just made that ourselves. I did a piece of paper and drew out his name, and some different shapes is what we're working on mostly right now. And I just did matching little pieces to match those and had them laminated. And we've been working on that for over a year now. We started that when he was in first grade, and he is about to go into third when school starts back. And he has gotten a lot better at matching. He does really good with shapes and with colors. The numbers and letters are still a little bit more tricky for him, but we're working on it a lot, and I know he'll get there.
Good job, Riley.
Good job. Good. Good.
All right.
Good. Good job.
All right.
Good
Sure,
job.
there is more things that I'm forgetting. I tried to make a list here in front of me of activities that I could think of, but I do hope that this helped you in some way, whether that means you have a preschooler or a toddler you're trying to entertain, or an older kid that has special needs or just general delays. These activities can be fun for children of any age. I have a 18-month-old daughter who still likes these activities, a 7-year-old son, and an almost 9-year-old special needs son, and they all really benefit and love these little activities we do. But yeah, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that it gives you some inspiration. If you don't mind, I would love for you to leave some ideas down in the comments of activities that your child likes, because I'm always up to trying new things, and he gets somewhat bored doing the same thing over and over. So new ideas and activities is always helpful for any mama, right? But thank you for watching, and please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye!